There we are.
I don't want people to think I'm fat.
Alright.
I knew the other one.
To go, Joe.
We're up.
Yep.
Hello, and welcome to our next issue of Icons. Again, for the last time, the timing is a little bit weird because we had the Halloween episode, which was chronologically closer to here than it was to the last episode. So we're going to again have two brief synopses here, one for the Halloween episode, which is chronologically closest, and one for the last issue, which was the most recent, but farther away from this. But first off, some announcements. Again, we'd like to once again thank the CFI Senate for getting us new cameras. We got all the new cameras today, but we've had some technical difficulties in getting them set up, mostly due to the fact that they need their batteries charged. Mm-hmm. And we are not smart enough to figure out, hey, maybe the batteries that we just got are not going to be charged with the cameras that they came with. So we don't have them up yet, but we have them, and hopefully we will have them running soon, possibly even as soon as the live stream for Dido tomorroe.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of, there's a Dido live stream tomorrow.
What's Dido?
Dido is our 5e drop-in, drop-out campaign, for those of you that do not know. It is DM'd by Scott, and most of us here are a part of it, as well as a few other people in the club and from elsewhere.
A few.
What time will we be meeting tomorrow to start the live stream, if it happens? Hopefully will.
10 a.m. tomorrow?
Oh, God,
No.
not 10.
No.
I'd like to say 1 p.m.
1 p.m. we will possibly be starting, hopefully be starting. So tune in, and if we're not on, tune in every once in a while after that, and we will probably have started at some point.
You finish at 1 a.m.?
Yeah, you got it.
And a few other announcements. We will not have an Icon streaming next week because the RPG Club has a workshop that Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We may, and this is actually a question to Hunter as well, we may be live streaming the workshop if Hunter would be willing to do that.
Probably, but I'm not going to commit to anything.
Okay, so there may be a live stream starting at 7:30 next Friday for the workshop, but there's no guarantees on that. There will not be Icons next week, though. On a similar note, if you are a student at C of I and you want to learn more about how to create worlds for roleplay games, feel free to stop on by the workshop. That's mostly going to be what it's about. It's going to be world building, magic item creation, villain creation, creating traps and poisons, and then some combat effectiveness, how to run effective combats. So if any of that seems interesting to you, feel free to stop by Cake. We will probably be in the Shannon Lounge or in room 203, depending on what's available. So feel free to stop on by and listen to us talk about being geeks. If we are streaming, anyone feel free to watch and listen to us talk about being geeks. Early notice, very, very early notice, but on December 5th, starting at, I believe, 6:30. We will be having a game night open to the campus. We'll be playing a bunch of board games. There will be prizes given out via a raffle. So show up to that if you are a C of I student. It should be a ton of fun, and there will be a chance to win some small games. One more announcement from me. We will be starting hopefully soon, hopefully as soon as the next icon, hopefully, definitely by the next icon session we should. It's going to be 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, because we won't have one over Thanksgiving break, possibly. I'll get to that in a moment. Possibly another announcement. Sorry, I'm a little distracted right now. We will be starting fundraising via, I believe, Patreon. We will be doing it mostly through this Icons campaign. It will be going half to the club to help us fund the club and half to charity, which has yet to be decided yet. More information will be coming, both about how this is going to work as well as what charity and so on and so forth. The basic premise is the villains of this little group here are going to be holding the college campus hostage, and the heroes are going to be trying to rescue it. Your donations will go towards either helping the villains fund their plot and destroy the college or take over the college, or towards the heroes stopping them. And as we hit different mile marks for the different groups, we'll give small little rewards, either little videos that we will make of the characters doing stuff, or one-shot sessions of icons, or one side that you donate to will get bonuses in a session, or illustrations. We'll come up with some sort of small reward to give out as certain mile marks are reached. Again, more details will come as we hammer that out, which should happen soon. Yeah, it should be fun. So please help keep us afloat by donating, and it will also go to help support a charity which has yet to be decided. But it will be a good charity, we hope. Does anyone else have any other announcements to make?
I think we're good on that front.
All right. In that case, we are going to get started. In our last session, yes. Right. Thanksgiving. Thank you for reminding me. I told you I'm a little bit distracted. First off, a question to the group: who would be willing to meet on the Friday after Thanksgiving for a session?
Unable to.
Unable to, probably.
Okay, we will not be meeting on Thanksgiving week, so we have a 2-week break in Icons, and we'll be starting up following week. And we will have probably 2 or 3 more sessions, so this will be wrapping up shortly. That will be continuing going on. We will be probably having a fairly significant break during the winter break. More details will come in a few weeks. And then over winter break, we'll have possibly some new campaigns, possibly some old campaigns. And spring term, the same thing will happen. So kind of just keep your ear to the ground. We'll keep you posted as much as we can as things come up. But I think then that we're ready to get started.
When we stream next time, are we getting the duck dog?
No. The answer is no, Scott. We will not be using that dog.
What's up, dog?
In the last issue, the villains were contacted by the Shadow Council, which they are now a part of, and given the task of stealing a small artifact, an amulet, from a local Avalon chapter house. Meanwhile, the rest of the Shadow Council would provide a distraction and basically attack the city to keep the heroes busy. This worked very well. The Shadow Council was able to keep the heroes busy, although they were eventually driven off. During the chaos, however, the villains, Globster and the Spectre Inspector, were able to break into the chapter house and steal the amulet and get away, as far as we know, scot-clean. Since then,
Scot-free.
Scot-free,
I'm right
yes.
here.
Since then, a few weeks after that, we had the Halloween one-shot in which the heroes and villains woke up to find the city overrun by zombies. Everybody in the city, including their various sidekicks and minions, had been zombified by some sort of dark magic. They were able to track it to its source after a brief altercation with the Spectre Inspector's new persona from a different mask that he wore. And he was left for dead by most of the team, but primarily the Blue Org. They discovered a dark magician had cast a mild necromancy/enchantment ritual that had affected everyone in the city. The necromancer explained that he felt slighted that the Shadow Council had not invited him, and so was seeking to prove himself by destroying the heroes and defeating the villains who had been granted access to the Shadow Council. They were able to stop him with some minor help from Banshee, a member of the Shadow Council that Shi Tong called in for aid.
It also helped fight the heroes in the
Indeed.
villain.
In the fight with the Necromancer, although they were victorious, much damage was sustained, particularly by the Globulin, who was destroyed by a blast of dark magic. Only to, as people are soon to discover, reform later with some new abilities from his exposure to dark magic. And that was where we left off. So we will begin again now. It's a few days since that adventure has happened. And I'm going to first start off with Caleb, since you weren't here for a while. What has Cordy been doing for the past month or so?
Wow. Well, so I got like a crap ton of drugs now. Last night. I would have sold those, at least tried to sell them.
Right.
The success of that.
Given that you had a month, you managed to sell them.
Okay. And then probably just like looking for art and stuff.
All right. You have been able to amass quite a collection of art from the sales of that. They went for quite a high price on the black market. And you were able to get about half of the original collection you're trying to rebuild back. Or, replace, got new pieces to supplement what it had. You basically built back up to half of the collection you've been trying to get. What has everyone else been doing in the past couple of days? Scott, you've mostly been recovering with the help of your squad.
Yes, recovering from those awful burns. Trying to come up with ideas to prevent that from happening in the future.
All right. Goblin, since you reformed, would you like to describe your changes and say, one more thing, actually, because we now have a schedule that has been sent out and we have people coming to watch, hopefully. Could everyone just introduce their characters and themselves going around? We're probably going to do it one more time other than this. But yes, I should have done that at the beginning, but I forgot because we haven't done it for a while. Introducing characters.
I play the Globster. I'm a giant goo man trying to turn everyone else into goo people, and I'm completely insane.
How did you get to be a goo man?
I was working on an anti-cancer bacteria that would successfully destroy the cell walls of the cancer, but it attacked my own cells after a leak in the lab. And basically all my cells are kind of fused together funny. It's gross.
I'm Caleb. I play Cordy, who is an android, created by super rich, lonely old dude that's way too much time on his hands. My creator was murdered during a robbery, and his whole art collection was stolen, which was a passion we shared together as things being taught the world. So as my goal now, spurned by his relatives and disinherited from his estate, my goal is to recover his lost art collection.
I play the Spectre Inspector. He started out as a vigilante who was a pacifist, but as everyone found out during the Halloween special, whenever he puts on a different mask, he gets a different personality. And recently he put on a fake gas mask for Halloween and took on a persona that is a pyromaniac who, because he has the mentality of someone in one of the world wars whose specialty is using flamethrowers, he's not that good with modern technology, but he really likes burning things down and blowing things up.
I play the Black Rose. He's an alien who grew up on this planet about 800 years ago or so. Currently, he runs a few businesses in the past, and right now, currently, he's running a weapons shop of old antique weapons. Right now, his life is pretty messed up because some villains tried to assassinate him and lost his last job. So he's working to keep a steady job and paycheck right now. Here on the side.
Hero on the side. Sucking life out of bad guys and whatnot.
Whatever makes his day.
So I'm Scott, and my character is named Edward Breton, but his superhero name is the Blue Borg because he is a cyborg police officer. Started as a police officer, got some cybernetic, bionic, and biotic implants, meaning that he has mechanical pieces inside of him. He also has enhanced
Bionics.
biotics. Pieces of his body are better. Like if he had carbon fiber bones,
That's bionics. Bionics is robot parts.
that was the opposite. Either way.
He has both.
Yes, I have cybernetic implants.
And then I am the great and powerful GM. All fear me. We also, although will be joining us later, he is getting dinner right now, but he will be here at some point. He's another one of our heroes. Danielle will not be able to join us tonight, unfortunately. And Alex will not be able to join us tonight as he is currently performing in one of C of I's theater programs. Speaking of which, over this weekend and the next weekend, you guys should all go and see the C of I theater program. I think they're doing a production of Smash. My roommates and Alex are both in it, so you guys should go watch it and support them and support the college and be awesome like that. But anyways, getting back, Globling, you have Globster. You have the Globlings on your meetings, that's right.
Yes.
Globster and your Globlings. You have reformed yourself with some new abilities and enhancements and appearances.
Indeed. Are you wanting to elaborate on that, or?
Or on what you've been doing since then.
I probably would have been upgrading my WAG research
Okay.
for attempting to convert people faster.
You started that, I believe, the session before the Halloween session, correct?
I've worked on it twice so far.
Okay, you're getting pretty close to getting it finished.
I have more people I need to replace.
Yes. You've been replacing your art collection. You've been going through surgery. Black Rose.
I've been investigating the Raven Skull necklace I took off the body of the necromancer.
Okay. Go ahead and make an intelligence check with bonuses in occult if you have any.
Nice. That'll be 11.
11?
Mhm.
All right. It is a minor magical artifact. It draws on dark emotions, fear, loneliness, despair, such not, and provides a measure of protection against physical attack, primarily against those upon which it's feeding upon, but against everyone else as well. It can also be channeled to do basically bolts of dark energy, but doing so drains it of its power and leaves it a normal item for a few days while it recovers.
Mhm.
And what have you been doing?
First, trying to bandage himself using military training that he remembers.
Okay, you're going to be mostly recovering
Yeah.
for a while as well. Would either of you, while you're recovering, want to do anything?
Sip iced tea.
Okay.
See if he can figure out a good place to get his hands on firearms that he knows how to use.
All right. Go ahead and make an awareness or intellect check of your choice.
That would be 5.
5. Takes you a day or so, in part because you're moving slowly because you were recently shot all but to death. But you are able to find a old kind of pawn shop, slash antique shop that has some old World War I era weapons. World War II, right? Actually.
Yeah, I'll say he has the mindset of a world. I'll say his memory is from World War II.
Okay.
Are you got a license for this?
No, he doesn't.
He's also a bad guy. I don't think he cares about.
No, we're not just gonna sell it to you.
He blew up a gas station.
I do that. And
Oh yeah, they
Drink
also
blood.
killed several of the zombies going around, not realizing that they were still fully functional, healthy humans, just in a magic fog. Most of the killing was done by the heroes.
as usual,
And my character didn't care.
No, your character did not care. None of the characters seem to care.
Yeah, you push all up with a propane tank.
It's like
He did warn you.
The war all over again.
Yes, he did.
That's more than
I
he
mean,
normally
the
would
bad
do.
guys are evil, so they don't really care. You guys are
The good
ones
guys
that-
Ed wasn't aware that
No,
there
he
was
was not.
magical fog.
He
Magic?
was not aware.
What? No.
Zombies.
No, I've seen those in movies. You shoot him in the head.
Alright, so, does anyone have any specific plans that they are attempting to accomplish at this point?
Oh, what kind of gun is it? Like pistol or rifle?
They have a
shotgun?
pistol and a rifle. The various pistols and rifles, mostly of the same type, but a couple different ones of them. By the way, I do not know weapons past the Middle Ages.
M1911,
I know a couple.
So that I'm
Macaron.
going to be generic in the extreme on
Tokarev.
this.
I figured. I don't remember very many kinds either. He'll get something like a revolver
Okay.
because that's simple enough. He can figure it out. And
I think you get like an M1 Garrett or something like that.
Garrett.
Garand?
You get
I don't know
the
which one
It's
it is.
Garand or Garand. I thought you said Garrett.
The first time I did,
I'm making fun of you.
it's like, I don't remember World War II weapons that well,
I don't remember World War
other
II.
than the Panzerschneck, but
so would he be
It's
able
a
to get
Russian
a
RPG.
revolver?
It's pretty expensive. It would put you back
and
for quite a bit. It would slow down your recovery because you wouldn't be able to buy the supplies you need to keep yourself recovering, or you could steal it if you want.
Is a weapon shop, so he probably shouldn't steal it while anyone's there. Without
It's not specifically a weapon shop, it's a pawn shop / antique shop that happens to have weapons.
right, he'll come back with explosives if he wants to rob it.
Okay,
So wait till he's recovered, though.
alright. So, a few days after the Halloween misadventure, you three all receive an email from Shitong.
All?
the bad guys.
Okay.
Us three.
But we're friends now.
You worked together once.
We didn't.
That means
Yeah.
nothing.
Send me an email.
Would my character know he got an email? I'm guessing not.
If you're still in your
World War
World War
II.
II persona, you would not.
No one has removed his mask, so he is still in that persona.
Also, none of us know you're alive.
There's that too.
Yeah, the only reason you were included on the email because it was just an email list and he hasn't gotten around to taking it yet.
Or that they're that good with their intel.
Oh my god.
The email basically says the Shadow Council has reached out to us again. Their ritual that they are going towards is almost complete. They need only one more step to it. While they do this, they would like us to keep the heroes busy. Basically, just cause some chaos and do whatever you want. Have fun, make your own plots, but just keep the characters running and keep the heroes running around and keep them busy while they work on finishing this up.
I'm not in the Shadow Council yet, though.
You were offered an invitation as well.
Okay.
We are assuming, and even if you weren't, you were on the email list of Shitong.
Shady people to work with.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I suppose I should start with replacing lost family members. Because that's a weird thing my character does.
Is it an orphanage?
Huh?
Is it an orphanage?
Well, the problem is,
One of them
I'm
is
looking for
wife.
one child, and I'm trying to replace one of my children, but I'm also trying to replace my wife, and that's the difficult part.
For those of you that are joining us for the first time, each of his globlins
Yes,
was
but not
originally a
him.
member of his original family that he infected with his similar condition to become a less powerful version of himself. His plan is to do this to everyone else. And whenever one of them dies, he chooses a random civilian to be his next victim, which he forces and then pretends was his original family member because he's sick and creepy.
Yes. Okay,
But
so.
I mean the character, not the player. The player is an amazing person. So.
Right. I'm totally not sick and twisted up here.
Well, no
Yeah.
more so than the rest of us are.
Alright, so I think he'll try replacing his wife first, since that'll cause more chaos, honestly,
All right.
than another missing child. Grown adults are more noticed.
Or just go to the
Less.
supermarket, 2 birds with 1 stone.
Problem is, I can only convert one of them at a time because that is what my technology currently allows.
Take both, convert adult first, then child.
Where would I keep it?
In one of your goblins.
No, they're not supposed to eat them.
So you just have to like hold them in there, just a little head up so they can breathe.
That's creepy.
We're all sick and twisted here.
We are.
So, what would I? Should I just do like intellect or awareness or something to like find someone?
Awareness in this case.
Okay. Okay, so that would be 5 awareness.
All right. You are able to find a suitable person in about a day. Similar age as your wife was when you turned her. Similar build, similar hair color, similar features. It's by no means a carbon copy, but it looks similar
His
enough that
eyesight's not
in your paranoia, obsession, twisted, warped frame of mind. Yeah, that looks like your wife. Okay.
So, knock him out first, or just try to drag him? Let's go.
Yeah, she's in the middle of the park right now, kind of walking through the park.
Sure.
Looks like she's walking home from getting groceries.
You're a sneaky glob.
Yes. Follow with stuff.
All right.
Coordination, I'm guessing.
Yes.
I stay low to the ground. Ooh. So that's a 10.
You are as silent and invisible as the wind.
He is nervous
I
about
camouflage
talking.
with the grass,
He's,
and I
ner-
shrink down.
he's nervous about talking to his wife.
Yes, that is an actual problem.
You afraid of your wife?
He's afraid
I'm
of
afraid-
socializing.
I'm not good with social interactions aside with other people I assume are insane.
Oh,
Because insane people get me to an extent. Normal people don't.
He's right.
That's why I go with kidnapping instead of flirting. It works better.
And that has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that you are made of living jello.
That's why.
Now living jello with a black bony arm.
Yes, I have a black skeleton on. I drew it on the left side.
let me see.
Let's actually show that to the camera.
Okay. This is my
And
picture.
hopefully people can see it on the camera. I do not know if they will be able to or not, but we can try.
That is what I look like now. Beforehand, my other eye was bigger and I had no bones.
So you were able
No
to,
bones liver.
You were able to follow this poor woman to her house without being noticed.
Alright.
She has a small, little kind of 1 floor, 2 bedroom type house. It looks like it's a family house. You can see a few kids kind of in the backyard behind the house.
You always pull a morality switch by including kids. You did this in Vampires.
Yes, well, this one, the kids are just because she happens to have a full family. Was the thing.
Well, it'll make the news sooner.
It looks like, from the kind of the pictures you can see through the window, it looks like she has a husband. The husband does not appear to be home at the moment.
Okay. Before she gets to the door, I want to do like, can I do like coordination or prowess to like constrict her and try to like basically grapple?
That'd be prowess, yeah.
Okay. Stealth prowess. 4.
All right. She screams as you all of a sudden just zoom behind her and start to grab her and kind of pull her into your gelatinous mass.
That makes sense.
And it starts struggling, kicking, throwing elbows, everything you can. None of it is effective in the least.
Cool. Can I use super speed to try to make it back into my hideout?
Sure, go ahead and make a super speed check. Actually, what is your super speed?
4.
4? Give me 1 second, because it's not a check, it's just a straight up, that is how fast you are, so.
Okay.
Slightly less than visual range.
Like per frame.
Yeah. So you can get there fast enough that, for the most part, nothing is going to be able to stop you. You do notice as you're going to zoom away, one of the, yes, I am doing this on purpose, one of the kids in the yard, you think, Mommy? And then you're gone.
The conversion chamber.
She is still screaming as you carry her through the city. Still trying to kick and get three, but really does not have a chance.
Good.
There's no cops around.
Roll a 1 die. Both of you roll 1 die as well.
4.
Okay, neither of you got 2, so neither of you happen to notice him running through the city with a screaming woman. You happen to be at that area. If you guys want to be near him while this is happening, you can roll a dice as well. If you get the same number he rolled, you will happen to
I
be
guess.
near
I'm
enough.
gonna be in my.
Oh, so like a circumstance roll?
Yeah.
I love these rules.
In my shirt.
Oh,
You happen to like see for a moment you hear a scream. Kind of, you look out the window, you see the guy just zooming by with a in his arms.
I also got 2.
You two, the two villains happen to be close enough from his course through the city that they notice him running by holding a screaming woman. The heroes do not.
We're watching golf.
What are the
4.
I think what it makes better is that both the heroes rolled the same number as well. It just wasn't a 2.
Plus, we're watching golf. 4.
I read a funny joke about golf today.
I said a funny joke about golf.
Oh, it was actually on one of the papers we read in class. Golf is a game where you yell 4, shoot a 6, and write down 5.
That's cheating.
4, 5, and 6.
That's cheating.
I'm helping a customer, so I'm pretty much joking about it.
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
Are you like a robot, or are you like
Gonna let me
a, like
kidnap
are
people?
you metal, or are you like?
But I've got like
He's
one
an
of those glasses with like the nose and mustache.
He's an android. He probably has fake
He
skin.
is an android. He looks human for
Okay.
the most part.
Okay,
But he is metal.
I thought you were Terminator post fire.
I mean, I'm sure I could probably change my skin color. Just like, but
Latex.
So you have successfully stolen a woman away to be your bride.
Weird.
So- And you have shoved her in your conversion chamber and are slowly turning her into something like you.
He swept her off her feet.
In a manner of speaking, yes. More if he oozed her off her feet, but you are currently working in your shop. Do you have any plans you want to pull off that night or anything?
I'm gonna like depending on the museums and stuff, I'm probably gonna like steal a Monet or something.
There is an art museum in town, so that is definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
And you're planning to come back to the shop with explosives?
He's going to wait until he is fully healed
Okay. So that'll be
And
another
then
day or
see.
two.
if he can rob it to get lots of guns he knows how to use.
All right.
Yeah.
The two heroes and the two villains as well. On the news at night tonight, see a. I'm completely forgetting that word right now.
Missing person.
Yes, but that's not the word I'm
Never
looking
word?
for.
I never ordered for children, I think.
No, news,
Flash.
Brady.
Makes sense.
Yeah, saying that a woman was kidnapped today, believed to be by a villain known as the Globster. They have some pretty poor camera footage of a green blur streaking across the room, screaming in its arms.
Like they play it frame by frame.
Yeah, when it's going full speed, you just see a green blur like yeah, for a brief moment before it's off the screen. But when they do slow down, and it's still a blur frame by frame, but you can kind of recognize, yeah, that's definitely the lobster.
Is
That
it
is
in color?
definitely, yes, it is. Okay, that is definitely a woman in his arms. She is definitely screaming.
And there's the police looking for the Globster.
Yes.
Holding a cup of iced tea.
And also, this is
Lobster.
and also the kiddos know that I've kidnapped someone before.
Yes, they do.
Poor little girl.
You did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one
When
My
his
youngest-
first Maggie died,
my youngest died, Maggie, so I replaced it with a girl named Abby, but I still call her Maggie.
and then she died as well.
Oh my god! Yes, we're bad parents. Yes, he is. Well, technically, he absorbed her into himself to heal him from grievous wounds.
She's dead.
Yeah.
She
You
is
should make
dead.
it like
gone.
her consciousness and like merge with yours.
Ah, no.
Deal with it.
I spin a dial phone to call Blue Borg.
Talk to me.
Blue Borg, it's apparently the Globster's out and he's still another person. We should stop him before it's too late.
You
Maybe
got
we can
your
save the-
television on too? I see the same thing.
Think we can catch him, or at least find his trail?
Think we could. We combine our
Forces.
yeah. Our forces.
All right. I'll meet you up at Main Park.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, so you guys go to meet up at the park. While that is happening,
I'm a plainclothes officer right now. I don't have work today.
it's about 7 at night when they are going to meet up. Are either of you planning your little heists at around that time?
No, I'll be later.
Okay.
It's probably won't close until like 9.
He didn't get the email because he doesn't understand the concept of
Yep.
the email.
Yeah,
But
tell
he's
that.
going to still, but he's still going to try and start some fires
Okay.
because he likes to.
Alright.
Black Rose, it's good to see you again.
You look different, but it's you, isn't it, Blue Borg?
I don't want to talk about it.
Ah,
So, what are we gonna do about Globster? Thought he would have learned by now.
You also thought he was dead.
you know, he looked strange. He looked like he was growing bones inside of his jello. Is that snapshot?
Yeah, his brain damage doesn't go away; it gets worse. It's the last thing to go.
Well, we have a police report on file for a missing person with quite a few leads, but I don't think they have quite the muscle or power that we do.
You're probably right. If we know where the house is, and if he is a speed, so maybe he went straight from there to his house, maybe we could like triangulate where he might be.
Knowing him, he probably lives in the sewer. I'd rather not check there first. I'll get back to you with more intel. Maybe if you sweet talk some of the guys down at the station, can let you in.
Understood.
Definitely gonna check on the open file on Globster.
Alright. They don't know a whole lot about him. Not recently, anyways. He was, before he became the Globster, an employee at Genie Labs, where an accident led to his current state. He was believed to be dead.
Says the name Thax Green on there, I'm sure.
And when he resurfaced, he had a plethora of new abilities and various other things like him following him around. Since then, it's very little, mostly just the cases you have been involved with, and then the fact that he was again presumed to be deceased after a few nights ago, so it lists him as being deceased.
Well, judging by the image that was taken, I'd hop onto Google Street View, find that street, and
Make an intellect check.
Can Google Street View even like
It works to a degree.
they update it like every like
You were
5
able to
years?
figure it out
Okay.
where he was.
then plan is I would want to relay this to Black Rose that we go to that intersection or wherever the photo was taken,
Alright.
and then we continue the same direction in a straight line.
Okay. While you are doing that,
We don't have a sweet team.
go
of
ahead and
hackers.
head out to start setting fires. Where are you heading?
He's going to look for a city gas pipeline.
All those
Oh
not
my!
coming. All those not coming.
What?
He's practicing for Phoenix Fire.
Whatever.
So, Addenda, although will not be joining us tonight, he had another gaming thing that he thought was more important, apparently.
That is right there.
He might be.
Is he?
He is.
Excuse me one moment. I'm gonna go talk to Aldo.
We are totally not going to be.
We'll be back in a moment.
That would be immoral.
Don't worry. Things will just get hectic and they'll be fired. At worst.
Like intelligence, this is how far the gas has escaped.
Or intelligence. This is the perfect art to get her just right to hit it.
Yeah. But you would have to have a thing that went to that. But with,
Yeah.
you could do a determined effort with, I really like setting things on fire. I really want to get this in there.
What about willpower? Because he's really determined to throw the candle. Oh, okay.
He wills it with his mental.
Willpower. Telekinetically move the fire to where the gas is.
Dude, I run a candle
If you
shop.
had
and you love
telekinesis.
me.
That would actually be awesome if my character knew that. Next roll. That's going to be -2, and then coordination. So that's going to be a 1, and he's down 1 more candle.
So the what'd you get?
Yeah.
You roll the 1. It's going to be a total. You need a 3 to make it in here. So you're gonna spend 1 point of determination, which raises it by 2 up to 3, and you make it in.
Okay.
There is a massive explosion. There are safety features to stop it from taking up the entire city gas line, but this entire block
Oh, yeah.
goes up. The street ruptures, buildings shake, some of them, windows crack, some of the buildings actually collapse partially, flames erupt throughout the streets. I need you to make a coordination check because you were not far enough away to avoid the effects of this.
And he's dead.
4.
Or you are able to, as you throw it, see it's going to go in, turn and run, and then as the blast comes, kind of duck and roll with it. You take 2 points of damage from this.
Ooh, that's something.
Nice.
Um,
You guys jumping from the explosion in every action movie.
At this point, you guys hear the explosion. It's hard to miss.
Yeah.
You guys hear the explosion as well, but you're probably a little bit less concerned.
What the hell was that?
Maybe we need to push off the gloves to if it isn't him doing this right now.
Are you above letting me carry you?
Could my
Go
character
ahead,
hide
excuse
in a
me,
non-burning building?
Going
Roll a
into
die of fate real quick.
going into a burning building.
Non-burning.
Ah.
1.
There are no non-burning buildings near you.
All right.
We're on
his
route.
job.
Okay.
He's on my shoulder and I'm.
All right. So
Oh,
you
shoot. I don't have my.
make
I don't have
a,
body.
make an awareness check to discover where.
What time
this
is it?
everything- It's about 7:30.
Would night vision help?
Yes, it would.
Except all the buildings are on fire, so
He used thermal.
Well, he's too far away to see the buildings themselves, but he can see the smoke. coming
6
up.
without adding any power stuff.
You can definitely see the roiling smoke kind of going up into the night sky, and you can head straight in that direction.
I have a super speed of 4,
Okay.
depending on how long it takes. What?
you used to have 5.
Huh?
You used to have 5 because you were one above me.
Oh, whoops. 5. Yeah. Thank you. 5.
Alright.
Depending on how long it takes the Spectre Inspector to reach his non-burning building. Oh, wait. There are none. Would we run into him?
You are able to get to the block in 2 pages, so you have 2 actions that you can do basically before they get there.
Right.
Yeah, he's going to run.
All right.
Maybe skip
Is there
away
any
half.
sewers that are in view?
You blew it.
It's hard to tell because the street's been cracked pretty badly by the explosion. There are a few areas where water is kind of spurted up either from cracked sewer lines or from fire hydrants that got knocked over. But nowhere that looks big enough at a first glance to actually be free to get into. If you want, you can spend a point of determination if you could trigger something to retcon that there is a big enough access. But you would have to trigger something still for that.
We'll just run.
You guys get to the street and you can see off at the far end of the street somebody dashing off into the night.
I'm gonna have to roll again to recognize him.
From behind
Go ahead and make another awareness
He has a
check.
big wonky mask on.
on the front.
Awareness without adding anything besides the skills.
Mhm.
So
It's weird. If you didn't know any better, you would say that looks like the Spectre Inspector, but you would have sworn you'd shot him dead.
Spectre's dead.
Well, do we even
He's
know
still
that
running
was
from
the
the crowd. We
inspector?
should follow him. He
Yeah.
might be a victim, or he might actually be the perpetrator.
I'm not looking to help you out of goodwill.
Yeah. Yeah. At least question him.
You might have seen who done it.
Dude, what if you killed the family of the lady I just kidnapped?
The perfect crime.
I know.
So
The little girl's not a witness anymore.
you're up 1 wife. They're down 1 city block. We're in pursuit.
Okay, at this point, I'd like everyone to roll coordination for initiative.
Am I here for this?
No, you're not.
Makes sense.
Black power.
You're so trouble.
Huh?
Huh?
0.
Blue board, you are going first.
You're in so much trouble.
Uh,
Shoot you again.
I'm gonna run in front of this individual. Set down black rose in front. Cross my
This
arms.
is definitely the Spectre Inspector.
Hiram.
So hold on.
Whoa, just a moment there, citizen. Spectre. What the hell are you doing here?
Who are you? Who are you to question me? And he's going to keep running because he wants to get away from the fight.
Okay, it's not your turn yet.
I know. I just meant
Black Rose?
for the
Yeah.
story.
Spectre went to hide in the building. That's not what I saw, but let me help you expect. Let's take off your face. Maybe we can find your old one. Attempt to take off his face, and hopefully he has the other one underneath it.
And by face, they mean mask.
Yes. He did
Go
explain that
ahead
to me.
and make a prowess check. If you were trying to resist, make a prowess or coordination check.
They just said they were going to remove his face, of course. So,
I'm pretty sure
or-
anyone would try to.
What is it?
Prowess or coordination. At your choice. Coordination to dodge, prowess to kind of just fight him off.
6.
I'll go with prowess. 6.
You are not able to get it. It's a difficult roll to do, even if he wasn't resistant.
Yeah.
You can grab his face. You are able to, literally and figuratively, actually, you are able to kind of push him away and stop him from grabbing your face. It is now your turn.
They were trying to take his face. He's going to take out his crowbar.
Okay.
And he's going to try and hook him in the leg with it.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna go for the face.
Let's see.
You try to take my face, I'll try to take yours.
For this, I'm going to use determination with the motivation of he's sadistic.
Okay.
And I'm going to say for the roll, he's not going to get below a 5.
Okay.
Ooh, that's -2.
So you're going to need to spend 1 to get up to 0, 1 to 2, 1 to 4, and 1 which will get it up to, would be 6, but it maxes out at 5.
So for determination.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 determination left. And then
we got a lot from
Add
succeeding
5 to
her task.
strength,
And I got
and that's 10 to hit.
All right. Go ahead and make a prowess or coordination check to dodge.
Prowess, blocking, martial arts. So that's okay.
Do we get determination from zombies?
Yes.
I gave it to you at the
I have
end of the
11.
session, yeah. 11?
Yep.
You are able just barely to block his attack.
Nice.
Also, I am going to point out again, I am doing the determination for determined efforts slightly differently than the official rules. The official rule is not the number on the dice, it is the your total value.
Oh, sorry.
In terms of you will get a major success, a moderate success, a minor success, so on and so forth. But because we don't have set values we're comparing them to, we've got opposing rolls. That would be difficult and weird to do, so I'm just doing a set number on the dice to simplify it.
Okay. So is the dice not the stats and the dice?
The dice is just the roll on the dice in this one. Normally, it would be the dice plus your stats minus the opposing roll. But in this case, because it is opposing roll, not set number, we're just saying we're just going to apply it straight to the dice and just compare the dice because it's simpler that way.
Okay.
I want to put his arms behind him and break them. I'm rolling a strike.
Okay.
Good thing you're merciful.
I erased that. That's gone. That's long.
He's
gone.
not merciful.
Oh, baby. 10.
Go ahead and make a coordination check to dodge or a prowess check to kind of get him off of you.
6.
The way I'm thinking is like
Okay.
grab wrists from behind and like jam them up. So
Okay,
his
if you're
shoulders
trying
are
to,
up.
if you are trying to break his arm, you're going to do half damage on this, but you will be at a -3 on all
Yeah, this is not
coordination
too
and prowess
damaging.
checks to deal with his arms.
Okay. And here comes. Is there a roll for hit or did I just do it?
You just did it.
Oh,
So what is the damage on your strike?
9.
Okay, so you take 4 points of damage and a -3 to all strength and coordination checks dealing with your arms.
You know, good thing
Oh,
you're an
yeah.
officer and have handcuffs.
I am not like wearing my police stuff right
He
now.
is.
How much damage?
4.
Yeah, it's my day off.
6.
Of course it is.
I have my badge in my wallet, but I don't have concealed carry. I don't like carry
what
weapons everywhere.
stats?
Coordination and strength, but only for stuff pertaining specifically to
Got my
using
guns
your
right here.
arms.
I just showed that.
Yes, but what about your handcuffs?
He wouldn't have those if he's in civilian clothes.
You can do civilian arrest. The thing.
Black Rose, your turn.
Vigilante justice.
That was a bit much, Blue Borg. All we had to do is just move his face. I'm gonna try again. Maybe we can find his other one.
Still got my
So, coordination?
Yes, and because of what you were trying to do, I'm going to say if it was an attack, not a grapple, you pulled it up and released.
Okay.
Because it wasn't a grapple, so
Works
we
for
didn't do with that. So you can make a positive coordination check to avoid this, but you are going to be at a -3 on it.
So it's prowess, coordination, and strength that are -3.
It's basically with any physical attribute.
Okay.
For anything related to your
Yeah.
arms. Technically, you could jump back with coordination and potentially not get the -3.
Setting.
Your shoulders hurt.
True.
All
I
right.
think anything would make him hurt.
Well, yeah, you just broke them.
Roll the
I
minus
pick up a
3.
train, and I use that power
So
to.
2 plus 1 plus 5. That's going to be 4.
4, and you had a 7.
Mhm.
You are able to get your hand on the mask, but you basically have, with the difficulty of this, have a result of 0.
Okay.
So roll a die of fate. 4, 5, or 6, you get it off. Everything else, you get your hand on it, but you have not gotten it off yet.
4.
You are able to pull the mask off.
Inspector. Where's your actual face? Where'd you leave it? Why are you acting up?
Give me back my face.
This isn't your face. Where's yours? Your face is white. This is black. Assume.
Wow.
Wow. And accusing him of using blackface.
I'm completely black
The
skinned.
mask, by the way, for those that are wondering, is a old World War II gas mask.
Although it is not a real gas mask, it's a fake one used for costumes.
So I don't have to do
So it
that.
doesn't even work.
Inspector,
Can you just imagine like a
Where's your
cheap
normal
plastic mask that looks like a gas mask?
Give me back my face.
All right.
It is your turn.
He's going to try and reach forward with his broken arms and take the mask.
Okay. It
Ow.
hurts like hell. Go
Ow.
ahead and make a coordination check at a -3.
Ow.
I think you have to roll willpower for that.
-1.
Okay. It comes forward and it hurts so much. You actually do want to pass out right now. If you don't want to pass out, you can spend a point of determination to avoid it. Otherwise, you are passing out.
Really? He doesn't get like a save?
Yep. Point of determination.
Because it was a -1.
Oh,
A negative roll is going to have him have to do that.
I see.
So you reach forward, and the pain is too much. You have to kind of stop, but you are able to stop yourself from passing out. Blue board.
And faces back.
You guys snatch the mask. Stick it back on him.
No, I'm not letting you.
Not letting me?
No. This mask is bad.
This coordination.
Yes, it is.
Spinny. 6.
Use my prowess to block his arm from grabbing it.
Yes.
Okay. 5? What'd you do? 6. Dang.
You are able to grab the mask from him.
And his arms are broken. I'm putting it on him.
Your face has been put back on.
I'm saying, we play by my rules. You don't terrorize these people. We walk you back to the station, get you checked in. Nothing else gets broken.
Everything will burn to the ground.
His chaotic evil form, everyone.
Alright. Well,
As opposed to his true neutral.
okay. I know what I'm doing next round. Do what you will.
Black Rose.
You didn't make his mask. Why? Alright, I wanna. Yeesh. You know, I'm gonna knock him out so I can take off the mask and put on different masks on him eventually. So I'm gonna do life drain on him until he passes out.
All right. Go ahead and make a life drain check.
I want to roll awareness so I can stop him if it looks like it's going to kill him. Whether or not this happens, like, this
Okay.
is what we're seeing.
Roll an awareness check. Roll a prowess check. Roll a coordination check at no penalty to jump back or otherwise dodge, or a prowess check at -3 to block.
For awareness.
Okay. What is your current stamina at?
Stamina
Yeah.
6.
What was your
The power I rolled was still natural though.
what was your life drain at before before you raised it today?
7.
7. Okay, and this is a prowess check, not a life drain check.
That'll be 8 then.
8. Okay. 7. You said 8.
6 stamina.
6 stamina. From what you know, he looks like one of his life drains would knock him out.
Will not
Stop that
kill.
early.
It'll put him pretty darn close. It will not
Okay.
kill him, but he
We're
will go down.
We're good.
Also for coordination.
4 for coordination. You got an 8. You see the thorny vines of Black Rose whipping towards you, and you kind of try to jump out of the way, and you are not quick enough. Taking 9 points of damage.
Oh.
And you gain, what's your current health at? 6?
It went from 6 to -3 from that.
You gain 6 hit points if you are below.
Still good.
He's never injured when he uses that.
No, yeah.
Never.
Oh,
What a
right.
priest do ask for the
I
assassination.
forgot I can't use determination to recover because I already used determination in the fight.
You can spend determination to recover each fight. It's not if you spend
Oh.
determination to fight, it's if you have already spent determination to recover.
Yeah.
So how much do I recover then?
Your
Willpower
willpower
or
or
your
your
strength
strength.
for willpower.
One of the two.
So that's going to be 7, leaving him at.
You go down to 0, you don't go down below it.
Oh,
So you just get 7.
Yeah, so you're back up to 7.
okay.
I need to charge this next time.
And that leaves him
Sorry
with
about that.
no determination left.
Why are all those swimmers lifting up their shirts?
Don't look.
Probably because girls are there.
Is it
There are-
funny that swimmers are playing pool?
Yes.
I'm sorry, it was a good pun and I went for it.
I'm still mad
Alright,
that Aldo's
so-
not here.
The Spectre Inspector is down again and bleeding out.
Bleeding out.
He just got up.
down. Oh, right. You spent recovery. Sorry, it is your turn.
Recovery thing is bonkers.
Well,
What's one shot?
his arms are broken and someone's attacking him. He's going to try and run up and kick him in the solar plexus.
Okay, go ahead and make a prowess
Slow.
check. Black Rose, someone is attempting to kick you. Make a coordination check to dodge or a check to block.
Prowess
check
to block. Martial arts. I'm good. This is 10.
7.
Alright, you are able to block his enraged but not terribly skilled kick. Your turn to the board.
I'm gonna tell you my prepared action so it doesn't seem meta.
Alright. Okay.
But I gotta
On what
wait
condition? On what condition?
Once the end of that sentence is done. Doug. Once it's Doug.
Okay.
How do you expect me to actually accomplish this? I don't know, but
With
it'll
your
work.
hands, feet, mouth, heel.
I could just knock him out again, but oh well, fine.
Your choice.
You know what? Yeah. I'll get to you after I take care of this. On your
No, do what you want, man.
life drain him. Power. 7 on power.
It's not a power check, it's a prowess check.
Prowess it's 7 then. That's
Alright.
minus 1.
What do I roll again?
A prowess or coordination check. Prowess is going to be -3. Coordination does not have to be because you can just duck and dodge out of the way without using your arms.
7. Wait, no. Sorry, that would be 9.
9.
This is
Nice.
You are able this time. You're kind of in his reach, so you're able to duck out of the way as they come out and then whip back towards you and dodge the attack. It is your turn.
Damn it, Black Rose, dig a hole!
Another attempt to kick him.
All right.
Martial arts, prowess to
He
block.
just has a death wish. He's up against Mr. Punchface.
5.
7.
This is his chaotic evil version.
He wants to watch the world burn, and he wants to be the reason why.
So
You're the reason why. You're not going to be watching long.
again, your kick is fairly effectively blocked. Pretty clear that this guy has some fairly significant martial arts training. Blue Lord.
Shrink.
All right. Go ahead and make a coordination check to dodge the ray. Make a coordination check to hit.
I'm going.
Oh, sorry. That last time I accidentally used the previous coordination stat, so it would have been 8, not 9.
Okay.
You stood, I think.
So this would be 3.
3.
I rolled a 2.
2. You are just barely able, but you are able to duck out of the way of the strange energy blast that came from his finger. Black Rose.
I strike the ground.
Okay.
Do I have to make a power?
Make a strength check.
Can I use my strike power?
Sure. You're not going to make a roll, so just what is your strike score?
Same as my strength 6.
6. Okay. You kind of chip into the ground. It's pretty hard. I mean, you're on concrete.
Oh!
Yeah, how did you expect me to dig into it?
I thought we were on dirt.
No.
He just blew up a city block.
Oh, well, rubble it up. Rubble with the cause.
I'm gonna punch it next time normal.
I can punch it.
It would probably be more effective.
Yeah.
Spectre,
Then you
Spectre, your
shrink
turn.
it.
Hmm.
That's not how it works.
I don't know technology. Snap.
Let's see. He's going to have a disadvantage with this, but he's going to take out one of his lighters and try to burn him.
Okay.
He does have mine.
Go ahead and make a coordination check with a -3.
Because it requires hands. Actually, that requires fine motor control.
0.
Can you even do that?
With a 0, probably not. Go ahead and make a check yourself, coordination or prowess. The only way that you are going to hit is if he gets a negative number.
If I get a good enough prowess, can I like knock it out of his hand? Yeah, that's just gonna be 6.
Yeah, you are able to kind of grab his hand, force them to the side.
Ow.
You take 1 more point of damage from him doing so.
Can I hold on to his hands?
Not on a.
Well, you said I grabbed him, so I was asking.
No, this is just a response.
Okay.
Blue board.
Last chance, give it up and lie down or I'm taking you down.
Preparing an action to strike if he doesn't. I'm
Okay.
running forward and clotheslining him.
All right.
You have an option.
Black Rose, your turn.
Don't you dare. I am attempting to be nice.
He tried to burn me.
In broken arms.
Fine. Regular strength hit the ground. Because he told me, asked me to dig a hole and he doesn't want me to
All right.
put him down. That would be 8.
All right. You slam into the ground. Kind of chips up a bit more. Still not doing a whole lot, but it is doing something.
Do you think the fire department would have showed up by now?
Yeah, seriously.
Well, we're
They are
away
down
with it.
trying to take care of the fires
And we're
Off a side
shooting
alley.
lasers and sucking life.
on the
and
opposite
holding
side of the block.
Oh.
So, Blueborg is charging at Spectre and Spectre, preparing to hit him, right?
Not charging and preparing to hit you, standing perfectly still, saying, "Get down on the ground," or I'm taking you down on the ground.
Oh,
And if you don't, I'm going to charge at you. I'm super fast.
right.
You have a grappling hook.
Yeah, good like using that with broken arms.
Ah.
Yeah, and no determination left, so he can't shoot anyone with it.
You could just astral project away, and you'll just like live.
That's
while
not
you're
how astral
That would
projection
leave his
works.
body
I
behind.
know, but at least you
Unable
won't be
to
in
move.
prison.
And
right?
I will-
mean, your body will be.
The,
You
the
could, like,
body would go down at that point.
You could like go.
Just heave
On
the
a
body
safari
into
or
one of
something.
them.
You can live
This is what
Go on a
really was
safari.
really going.
just very poorly.
Hmm.
With your astral
He's
projection.
going to try and body slam Blueborg.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You're so dead.
Go ahead and make a strength check. Make a strength
not
check
going
opposing
down.
nets.
Also, he
Oh yeah, you
Should be.
he starts to charge you, so you can charge him as well. Either way,
Who goes first?
roll coordination.
Coordination or strength?
Coordination right now to see who starts to charge first.
Okay.
3.
Oh man. Oh man.
So that would be 4.
He starts hightailing towards you. A second after that, you are hightailing towards him. You guys are charging towards each other.
Like a samurai movie.
Yep. Go ahead and make a post strength checks at this point.
Coming in hot!
Would this have the -3 penalty?
You're just body slamming him, so I'm gonna say no, but you're gonna take a point of damage from it.
5.
Okay. You slam into him and just get tossed back through the air as he just collides with you.
It's not
An
damage.
unstoppable force, and you hit the ground a foot or two away from him. He's now on the ground a foot or two away from you as you just slam into you with a decent amount of force, but nothing like Blueborg type force.
And that's 9 damage.
Total. That puts him at -3 again.
And you are again down. So he is now on the ground, bleeding out.
I'm going to take off his mask and put on just my little mask like a ninja. That's it. It's white, so I'm thinking this might fix it. Color based.
I am opening his hole in the concrete,
Okay.
Hold on.
shrinking him,
What does the mask
sticking
look like?
him in the hole.
It's just a white
burying
mask,
him.
like
That is awful.
Kakashi Sensei, just over the
Oh
mouth.
my gosh. That is the worst hero
There's
thing
no
ever.
hangover, it goes straight
This
to
is
the
not
neck.
a hero thing.
It's the perfect.
I don't know how you're a hero at
Why
this
are you
point.
not a villain?
And I throw
I
your
might be a
toy
villain
mask
someday.
in a dumpster. You can have a white mask covering your
Get
face.
crap out of other villains, though.
And I need to get a new face mask.
Every good villain is a team player.
Alright, so at this point, after Black Rose has put his own kind of ninja mask
Can you let
around
this
the
happen?
Spectre Inspector's face, the Blueborg walks up,
As a hero?
shrinks him,
To an
puts
inch.
him into a hole, and covers the hole and buries him.
Blue Ward, I don't think he was dead yet. We don't bury people until they're dead.
He most definitely was not dead. The shrinker does not work on dead tissue.
Oh,
It
interesting.
works on living creatures, is what I'm going to say.
Interesting.
Dude, you can't
So
be
not
real.
even
Let it happen.
inanimate objects.
No, it's got to be living.
Makes sense, but my power only affects
Move
myself.
over, Blue Ward. Let me get him out and carry him over to the
Check
station.
out, sure.
Maybe he'll just calm down by now. Do you move out of the way or you're going to try and keep him buried?
These guys need to fight now.
Why do you want to save him so bad?
Well, he hasn't hurt my friends and he was nice to me during some occasions. He got me my van back, which I thought I lost for a while. Can't use
Because
it
he
now.
stole it from you.
Yes, he doesn't know that he
He
stole
was
it.
delivering
And we were trying
flowers.
to assassinate you.
He doesn't know.
You can see what he did to me. You remember when we were fighting those brain dead freaks?
Yeah. But he didn't hurt my friend, and he didn't cause that damage. He didn't make zombies. And he did help you out, but you were covered in zombies. He burned those away for you. Not sure what happened to you after that. You might have been in the hospital for a while, but you're still alive. He didn't outright kill you.
He would if he had the chance. I thought I killed him before,
Is he
but he's
suffocating
back.
now?
I never saw his dead body.
They're arguing over whether or not to bury.
I don't hear he put him in there.
I'm trying to move him around, but he's not moving away, and
I'm standing my ground.
he's heavier than me, probably.
You
You're
also
stronger.
have really good strength, though, if I recall.
6. What's And strength
Good life
is
drain though.
yes, but
Do we really want to get into that?
What if the police think you guys lit the fire? There's no. I don't know.
Yeah, there's no other suspects.
The firemen were there seeing the fight go on.
Oh.
It will not help his police brutality case, which has been going on for a while, but
I'm surprised he hasn't got fired or demoted yet.
he's been suspended for the past several sessions. He has been suspended, which is why he's out here in
Oh, so it's not my day off.
No, it is, but because you've been suspended. It's your month off.
Month of review and not being thrown
Well, that's why
in
you
jail.
don't have your handcuffs or your gun.
Comes a time in every man's life where he has to make a choice. Start anew or try to right the wrongs.
You have witnesses.
We can right these wrongs. We can make him better. They have some psychiatric problems.
I fully intend to right these wrongs.
And I want to punch a crater right where he was.
I want to push him. I want to punch him before he punches the crater.
Coordination check.
Seeing this happen. Coordination is
I
5.
want to extinguish his
You
life.
hit first. Are you trying to push him out of the way or deal damage?
Do I do
I'm trying to push him out of the way. Not really
Okay.
trying for damage.
Make a coordination check to avoid being pushed out of the way. Make a strength check to push him out of the way.
Yeah, I want to hold him away with one.
Okay?
How long has this been taking?
I'm going to get you in a moment.
5.
And 3.
Oh,
You are able to kind of hold him back, make a strength check at a -1 because you are holding him back while punching the ground. Sorry, -2, not -1.
At a -2, 6.
6. You hit the ground. The rubble that you kind of filled it in with kind of condenses a little bit. Maybe enough to kill him. Probably isn't.
Okay.
Blue
What
board.
was that?
He might still be alive. Come on.
no. Instead
That's
of
the
16,
problem.
16.
Aren't you a cop?
I want to.
Look what the Spectre Inspector
I want to
managed
throw Black Rose several hundred.
There's witnesses though.
Okay.
To counter that, I'm going to use my ropes to hold on to him so I don't get
They saw him
thrown.
get shot in
Okay.
the first place.
Prowess check to grab him. Prowess check to.
Hold on.
I'm such
Yeah.
a bad person.
Yes, you are.
I'm so bad.
If I get pulled away, can I do damage for dragging thorns in his skin?
This is like that one Justice League thing where all the villains are the heroes.
8.
Suicide
I-
Squad.
No, 7.
Not so. There's a one where the heroes actually disappear or something, and so all the villains to figure out why the heroes are so popular kind of take their place and become.
No,
This might be Avengers actually.
no, the one where Superman's evil.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, there's an evil Superman.
Injustice Among, but there is an Avengers comic or some comic, some superhero group comic where the heroes disappear, and a bunch of their typical villains pretend to be different heroes that are taking their place to kind of figure out why people like the heroes. And then the whole turning point of that arc, if I remember correctly, is basically one of them sticks with the plan of now that we figured this out, we can take over. And there's fuck no, I like being a hero. Screw you.
The hide
5 to grapple.
5 to grapple.
7 to hold on.
Okay, so you kind of go to grab him. He's able to kind of wrap his vines around you and kind of hold you off so you can't get a grip good enough on him to throw him.
Grab the vines.
It is
Hammer
currently
toss.
his turn.
or burn it down.
You know what? I got a good grip on you with my
Liberation's
vines.
not in my best
I'm going to live drain you and hope you pass out.
liberate people.
Since this is already
I
touching the vines
liberate
on,
them
can
from
we
having
just
a
say more?
normal life.
Can I
Control over their own
reactionarily
life.
power nullify?
Egalitarian.
They're right here.
Go ahead and make your powerful nullification check.
It's not a freedom thing for him. He actively mind controls them.
I know, but they
9.
have
9, and you have a 9 on that.
I have an 8 on life drain.
Okay, an 8 on life drain. So you actually do succeed.
Electricity
just trying to
coursing
feel-
through your body.
You do not do
Bring
success
the
enough to fully get rid of it, but you do reduce it by half.
Cool.
So you do get your life drain on, but it only does 4 points of damage and it heals you 4.
And I got hit by that?
Yes.
You take 4 damage.
Basically, instead of trying to
There's-
dodge or block it, you just try to nullify it.
Inspector's still alive.
Currently, yes. However, at this point, you have taken 2 points of strength damage. If your strength reaches 0, you're dead.
Okay, so
Are you suffocating?
Basically.
Suffocating and internal injuries and having
Impact.
this punching on him and bleeding out from skidding across the ground and abrasions on his back. He's in a bad shape. Plus, I mean, he just barely recovered from getting shot.
I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how.
How you recovered or how you got shot?
How he recovered. I remember how he got
It's
shot.
terrible.
That's why I'm pissed off.
He used his emergency World War II medical training.
That he never got.
So you mean just like stabbing people with morphine?
Kind of, yeah.
Despite being grabbed around one arm,
Well,
I
I
want to
got a bullet.
like punch a crater in the ground. I want to make him mush
Okay.
really bad.
Good. Gloucester needs some new friends.
Is she calling like video recording this? Is she filming video recording this?
Probably has access to it.
At the moment, probably not, because the explosion would have taken out every video camera within the area.
Oh, I can't really do anything against this right now.
Crunch.
Oh.
And I'm sorry, but your character is dead.
Okay.
That was a wild ride.
You are going to be joining the villain side next time.
All right.
You're not a hero.
All
You're
right.
not working with them, but you are no longer a hero.
Dude, I'm sorry.
The original
honest,
Spectre Inspector
He said that he
succeeded.
was on suspension, not joining back up. Like going into hiding.
You also do not have access after tonight or after this gets found out to your squad.
Perfect.
Unless you kill all the witnesses.
Since he's like an astral person, would his like spirit be like roaming around? Like,
We're gonna discuss his options after this, and that is one of them.
The original Spectre Inspector succeeded at the cost of at the cost of his 2 lives.
What is
How many
this?
did he have?
2
Just
within
different
the
weight?
campaign, but essentially, whenever you give him a mask, it's a new personality.
Okay.
So
It's like downloading a new app.
That's funny.
the mask that his character gave him would have given him a different personality.
He would want to be a ninja, basically, is what I'm guessing.
That's cool.
Was cool.
Was going to be cool.
Yes.
And if you give him like a certain,
Finality.
if you give him
as
like
a hero,
a,
why are you not taking him in?
I'm going to. Will his body come back up since it only worked on living? Wouldn't de-shrink since it's dead now?
Yeah, it would de-shrink. And so now there is a kind of partially buried, thoroughly crushed body of the Spectre Inspector.
Completely tore up.
Yeah.
The lens pointing the wrong way.
He was a friend of mine. Faithful to companions, right? All right.
He
I
was
want-
a friend of yours, though, technically.
You could like reverse life drain. Like,
Push life into him.
You know,
Like
Yeah.
administer.
I'm faithful to companions. He was considered a companion of mine because I was considered if I didn't receive contact with him. I'm going to do reverse life drain.
You're going to have to do a stunt with that.
All right, I have one determination I can do.
All right. And that Faithful Companions, I will count that as the trigger to do that. So go ahead. Your power is still reduced.
Okay.
So deal 4 points of damage to yourself, and you are at 4 health.
okay.
Possibly. Don't do that yet.
Did that
Die
kill?
of Fate.
Did that
A 3 or higher, it worked. Anything less than that, and you are already too dead for it to. Okay, you are at 4 health.
Did that kill strike take his strength down more?
It would have officially brought his strength to 0. But
Oh, it would have. Your
Yeah,
strength
it-
is 2.
No, he had more before, but he
No,
lost.
we're seeing that
He's been
it's-
losing
It's
strength.
basically that's like going into negatives in D&D.
Gotcha.
So this, we're assuming his strength is back to normal. He's at 4 stamina.
Does he still have broken arms? We should make it nice.
Yes, his arms are still broken.
I'm pretty sure at this point his ribs are broken and his
Yeah.
skull.
His arms are broken. His ribs are broken. He has a fractured leg. He's in bad shape, but he's alive.
Lobster,
You're lucky, Blue Boy.
Okay, I need to improvise a personality
offered
for
that
him real
service before.
quick
Blue
because
Boy,
I'm
you're
wearing a
lucky.
new.
I didn't let you stay.
Find a way like let them keep your mind for like a while.
You don't do this again, Blue Boy.
It is your turn.
happens.
Mm.
I can only.
He's just going to be laying on the ground, breathing heavily through his new mask.
Alright.
Not saying
Moan.
much.
You only speak Japanese now?
Blue board, your
Roll
turn.
to moan.
Don't do this again.
I want to detach his vines from my arms.
I'll make a
Make
strength check.
If I roll well enough, can I do another roll to remove those vines? Like like tear them off of his body.
It'll probably hurt you too.
It's like
I'm just gonna have that be based on whatever results you roll.
Okay, yanking it up.
I thought they just like came out of you though, so it's like,
9.
but you're made of
9. What is your strength level? Don't make a roll. Just what's your strength
6.
level? 6. You are able to tear them off of yourself, dealing yourself 1 point of damage in the process. You are not able to tear them off of him.
Alright.
Your turn, by the way, Black Rose.
As my vines come back towards me, Blueborg, you shouldn't be a killer. It's not good for a cop.
Can I take
You're lucky
2
I think.
damage from that and gain a point of determination because that's innate powers, aliens, and magic?
Go on ahead.
Cool.
Right.
The Eldritch confound you.
We are going to pause this for a moment to give you some time to think of a personality for your mask. And we're going to jump to Caleb and his attempted bank heists.
Bring
Museum.
some water.
Yes, museum heist.
Alright. So I'm gonna like clap the sheet on and then have him give me like a floor plan.
Okay.
I'm more-
He's able to get you a floor plan pretty easily. The local art museum, which I'm assuming is going to be your target. It has some things that are there all the time, and it currently has a traveling exhibit that is being housed there of various ancient art, specifically in this case, crypt art, for lack of a better term, from royal tombs, royal European tombs. So there's not a lot of, various statuettes and jewelry and such that was buried with kings and so on and so forth. And then they have their typical arts, paintings, sculptures, so on and so forth.
What's their like best painting? Like,
They have a Rembrandt or two in there. They would probably be the most expensive one that they have. All right.
so my plan is like how dark is it out right now?
It's about what time are you setting out? At the time that we were at right now with them, it's about 8:15. So you're saying now about that time or a little before that or a little after
Well,
that?
museum I would think like usually close at like 9 or something. So I'd probably do like 11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so if it's dark, I'm gonna like. Well, depending on where I'm the floor plan. Excuse me. I'm either just gonna like face the wall or like climb up the faces.
Okay. The paintings are in general kind of along the outer perimeter, so it'd be easier to get through the wall.
Okay. And then so when I'm in like my villain mode, my digital skin's gonna change to a costume.
Okay.
So sort of vision-esque.
Yeah. Very nice.
So yeah, I have a facing a 4.
All right, you are able to face through the wall without any issue. This is a world where supervillains are a thing. There are safety precautions on the painting itself to stop it from just being grabbed, including, rather than being in a display case, it's an energy field display case type thing, translucent, but made of energy, which is difficult for people to phase through. You will have to make a phasing check to get through it if you want to just phase
Like,
through the energy field.
How is the case constructed?
Basically, you have a kind of pedestal type thing, which doubles as both a pedestal and a power source, which generates basically each side of it generates a sheet of force energy that then kind of joins together.
Using my strength of 10, I'm going to remove the pedestal.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check.
So it's
Right.
So that's 2 plus strength. That's 12.
All right. You kind of reach out, grab the pedestal, kind of crunch it together and yank up. And not only are you able to pull it straight out of the ground, but you do it so quickly and effectively that the wires are pulled and broken before they have time to signal the alarm to go off, and the alarm does not go off.
And
I'm assuming the pain is kind of.
Yeah, the thing kind of fell against the energy field for a moment. The energy field failed when the wires broke, and it kind of starts to fall off towards the ground.
Oh, that's it.
All right, make a coordination check.
8.
easily. You're able to kind of just reach out and catch the painting as it falls, put it back up on its pedestal if you want.
Well, no, well, I guess I'll just like rest it. Is there like
Okay.
anything else like worth my time?
Oh, there's plenty of stuff. There's a few other decently famous paintings, a few from local artists that are worth a fair amount of money in the area. There'd be some sculptures that would be worth a fair amount, and then they've got a jewelry exhibit, which is always worth a shopping trip at.
Yeah, I'll go look at the jewelry just because it's more like transportable.
All right.
Stuff.
They have got mostly necklaces in various styles. Probably the most expensive one would be a fairly big, gaudy necklace. It's got a silver chain and then gold leaf kind of hanging down in an almost triangle shape, with the very center piece of gold leaf having a small emerald set into it.
So like a wrapper, I'm just gonna like start putting them over my neck.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're able to collect a fair amount of the necklaces.
All right, and then since I was told to make a distraction, I guess is there like, I don't know, a furnace room or something that can explode a punch hard enough. But like maybe like we're gonna make sure my painting gets out
Yeah,
before I do
you
that.
guys have a
but
thing for explosions tonight.
You can just trip the
you
alarm.
said the council wanted a
Yeah.
distraction.
And also an entire block blew up. I'm pretty sure that's a good distraction.
Wait, is there something that's like a national treasure kind of thing that people would be like really upset if it was destroyed? Like Pink Panther Diamond kind of thing?
Yeah, let's
Just
let's
punch
say
diamonds.
yes.
Yeah.
There is a specific sculpture that was created by the founder of the city, we're going to say, who was a artist as well as a politician. You can artist as a hobby. It's not really that great statue. It wouldn't fetch money from anyone except people in the town. But, it's the founder's statue. It's kind of a big deal to the town. It's currently housed in the main lobby behind a extra solid security field, which is not, it's not like housed on a pedestal that is the security field. The security field is somewhere else, either in the walls or the ceiling or controlled by a computer somewhere that generates the security field around it.
Well, how big is this statue?
It's a little more than life size, so like 9 or 10 feet.
And
Like
is it
1.5 times life size.
stone or bronze? Well, actually, it's American.
It's marble.
Yeah, I'll look around for explosion-y stuff.
In a
First. Before I'm not gonna
museum.
do anything. I'm gonna look around.
Go ahead and make a awareness check.
This is 6 of 1.
Yeah, there are no explosive things to be found in the museum, as far as you can tell.
So okay, what are the properties of this field?
It's basically a field of pure kinetic force.
So could I like throw something through it?
No,
No.
it stops anything from running close to it, and it would stop you from phasing through. You can make a phasing check to get through the field, but it'd be difficult.
Can I punch through it?
Potentially, yes.
I thought of an idea that's easier than phasing through it, but
break the floor underneath it.
I was thinking of phasing through the walls and going around it.
It's in the center of the room, so the field comes up on all 4 sides of it.
Okay, so before I do anything destructive, I'm gonna take my
I guess that's through the
painting
floor.
and like phase it through the walls and put it
Okay.
outside. So it's okay, and then I'm gonna go back, and then I'm gonna try to just like super punch the head off through the.
All right, go ahead and make a strength check.
That is 12.
12. All right, you hit the field, and it holds, kind of starts to sputter and overload. You're clearly doing damage, quote unquote, to it, starting to overload its kinetic absorbers, but it's not down yet.
And I'll just punch it again. 11.
Getting closer, still not quite through it.
I like the security in this place. There's no motion detectors.
That is 13.
13 of there are just not, and they're at like the doors, he hasn't passed through a door yet. And the field, you hit it, holds for a moment, and then folds, and alarms blare throughout the building.
Okay, so as my like last moment, I'm gonna heft the statue I'm just gonna like throw it through a bunch of valuable stuff.
Okay, go ahead and make a check.
Okay.
Yes, strength check.
You look the train.
That cancels out, so 10.
10. Okay. You pick it up and hurl it through the javelin style. I hurl it javelin style through the rest of the statue corridor. It slams through, knocking stuff over, shattering other statues, shattering itself, hits the ground, kind of cracks the floor, and is at this point pulverized into pieces.
Awesome.
Alarms are blaring throughout this building.
I'm gonna hightail it straight through the window, or not the window, the wall, where my.
All right. Through the window. All right. Through the wall. And you are able to get out of there. I'm going to get Scott real quick and bring him back in. Hey, could you do? Yeah, that'll work. Currently, though, it is the Spectre Inspector's turn.
Get on the ground.
On the ground with a new mask on. The two heroes are fighting above you.
He's going to try and get up and then realize his arms
His phone's
don't
here. I'm
work
gonna go
so well.
All right, sorry, give me 1 second. Scott left his phone
I can go
behind.
get, and since my character is just spending his days trying to convert people.
All right.
So he sees the two of them fighting.
Yep.
He's going to look at them in confusion and then just try and get up without using his arms and walk away.
Okay, so you start walking away, and now we are going to put it on pause for a moment while we wait for Scott to get back because it's his turn.
There are also firemen watching us fight.
Yes.
What's your new mask?
I don't really know. He's the one who gave it to me.
It's just like a bandana, right?
Yeah, Naruto Kakashi Sensei's mask, but white.
It's like, oh, well, bandana is not necessarily just ninja. If you're like a biker or something.
And I,
Where did you put it on the face?
Covers above your ears, goes down to the bottom of the nose, other ear, just wraps around underneath the chin.
And how does it attach in the back?
Tie knot.
and I'm
Okay.
going to just mention real quick, for a while today, we don't currently, but for a while we had 6 people, I think, watching, which I think is more than we've ever had before. So thank you guys all for watching, and hopefully we'll be able to say that about more than a single digit at some point. But right now, yay us. It is your turn. He has gotten up and started to walk away.
After looking at you two in confusion,
Where the hell do you think you're going?
turn around. There's a fire. I should be, but there would be people who are hurt.
See?
Are you here now?
How is he walking?
He's limping and stumbling forward very awkwardly and painfully.
I just feel like I'm putting down an old dog at this point.
The pyromaniac mindset is a very determined mindset that will fight to the death.
But you're not that mindset right now?
Correct. He gave him a different mask.
What kind of mask?
It was my mask.
Oh, that mask.
Yeah.
Which you gave to him before you buried him and pummeled him.
Yeah.
This is why you take your phone with you, Scott.
I got it.
I tried texting you.
Yeah, I got it.
So, what are you doing on your turn?
Running to the city.
Okay. You're just running away?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you have Super Speed 5. You are out of there. Black Rose?
Disengage.
I'm gonna. You know what? You should go to the hospital. I'll work with helping these people, or at least get to one of the medic beds until you look better. I mean, your arm's pretty banged up, Spectre. I'm glad that you're back to normal, at least somewhat. Still wanting to be a hero. Spectre, do you remember everything all right? Did you lose memories or something?
Why are you calling me a specter? I'm not a ghost.
That's what you told me your name was.
When was this?
Several months ago. You never corrected me before. You helped me get flowers to a couple?
Weird. That's not my job.
Yeah, I
And
know.
then he's just going,
Come on, let's go help the people in the buildings.
where's the hospital?
Is there like a ambulance that I could just put him in and get him healed up?
Yes,
I mean, there's firefighters.
There are ambulances here, yes.
Did people die when everything blew up?
I assume
Yes.
so.
People are dying, people are injured, the fire is burning more people, the fire departments are here, the ambulances are here. The only people that really aren't here are the police.
They're dealing with what you're up to.
No, that happens in a couple hours.
Ah,
I'm gonna carry
they're dealing with what I'm up
Spectre
to.
Inspector. Like, come on, let's get you to a ambulance. They'll get you patched up. I'll work over here. Here, this is my number in case you forgot. And a piece of paper that says weapons dealer, because that's my new job. It's no longer flower shop owner.
Look at it concerned.
It's antique. I need to add that word in next time.
Slowly put in his pocket and head to the ambulance.
Call me when you get your head sorted out. And I'm gonna start looking around for people and burning houses.
All right.
I'm a good person. He
You're
says
able
so.
to find a few people and get them out of there. And I'm honestly, the whole turns of this is taken, kind of lost.
Well,
um,
last time I told him, he did tell me he was a hero and he did good things.
yeah, no, it's
That
not
makes
that.
sense.
It's the people being practically dead and people becoming bad guys.
It was kind of already getting there.
Do you feel
For a long time.
you like consistent people?
So you were able to get some people out. You are in an ambulance and being taken care of. A few hours later, around 11:30, the local art museum's alarms go off. Since your squad has not yet heard of the disaster that was this evening, you are called by them and told that someone is attempting to break into the local art museum.
I was
Meanwhile,
called on my phone.
yes,
Why would they call me suspended though?
It's an
the
emergency.
squad is not the police.
And
And
the others-
you are
I'm
gonna
going
say
to
close enough
snap
the-
that phone in half.
Okay.
Taking a page from his book. In like
Taking
chapter one.
taking both with me.
Okay.
Guess he's not answering the call of justice.
Nope. And are you doing anything when you hear of this alarm going off? You would probably
Is the fire off by now?
more or
At least,
less,
okay.
yeah.
It's not that late. I'm pretty sure they'll still get kettle of tea when I get back. I'll go check it out. It's the police.
By the time you get there, whoever did this was gone. There is no indication of how they got in, no broken windows, no broken doors, no doors unlocked, but inside is a mess. A famous painting, a Rembrandt, was taken, as was most of their jewelry exhibits. The statue of the statue created by the city founder, which is kind of a local treasure, has been picked up from behind its force shield pedestal and hurled through the rest of the statues, shattering most of them and itself in the process, which is likely what set off the alarms.
I'm gonna write this down in a notebook and talk to some random cops. Like, so do you think this was like some
Who are you?
right? I'm not that popular.
You're an armed
Or
dealer.
human looking.
Are you in your hero form right now?
Yes, I
Oh,
am.
sorry, never mind. They know your hero form. Sorry, for a moment I thought you were in your human form, just like asking questions of the cops, and they're like, "Yeah, they don't know you." Yeah. Okay. So, go on. Sorry.
Oh, so I was wondering, do you think this was like some alien tech or some person gone mad with some magical device, or was this just pure magic?
Hard to tell. The CSIs haven't shown up yet, but from what we can tell, or at least what I would say, it looks like it was thrown.
I mean, this is pretty heavy. Do we know any like villains or heroes who were really mad at art that would be able to lift and throw this that well?
Well,
Well,
one of them was able to flip a car.
The local individuals with the strength, they did this physically, would have been Cordy, but we haven't heard from him in a while,
Yeah.
or the Blue Boar, but I mean, he's one of the good
I know my
guys.
villain.
Yeah.
I would assume
I
so.
mean, I don't know. I mean, we only
Is he that
did
popular,
fans
though?
of-
You guys have been heard of. This is not. I mean, you guys were not new heroes and villains when we started
Okay.
up. You guys have done stuff.
Also,
before.
what should I write down for like things actually put besides
You did take necklaces.
Lots of
Yeah.
jewelry.
Feel free to have some creative license. Just pass it by me at the end of the session, and I'll say yay or nay, and probably yay.
Yay.
A few moments later, the CSI shows up, and after a little bit of pen work on, they're able to confirm that it appears that it was hurled, whether physically or by sources unknown. But whether the height that it was thrown from was probably about human height. The force with which it was thrown to go that far and to shatter the statues it hit and shatter itself would have been almost off the scales. It would have been more than Blue Morgue was capable of doing.
Can I check the cameras? Because I'm pretty sure museums have these stuff.
Yes, you can.
We checked the cameras at the CSI.
You are able to see Cordy phasing through the wall, taking the painting by simply ripping up the pedestal, taking the jewelry, and then placing the painting outside the building, pummeling the statue's defensive shielding until it falls, picking the statue, hurling it, and then walking out.
Killer phaser from way back yonder. Great. So it really is pretty. Well, I wish you guys good luck. If I see him, I'll try and bring him in alive. I don't give myself that much good luck with what I'm seeing here. I had trouble fighting him before.
All right, and I think that Globster, you are mostly working on your conversions, correct?
Yes.
Did you want to try to capture a child as well to hold in storage?
You want to catch a child? His voice inflection changes so much.
And
a
might as
good
well
one.
have at least find someone who resembles the original Maggie.
Oh my gosh.
All right, go ahead. The next thing, make an intellect
So
check or
glad I
awareness
don't
check.
have
All right, so that's going to be 4.
You do not find anyone on the next day. Go ahead and make a check for the day after that, just to get some giggles.
Okay, 8.
You are able to find someone that day.
Perfect.
You found
Children are much easier to take than grown adults.
Is the woman converted?
you found Maggie again.
It takes a couple days.
in like a day, right?
Right, it's some juice boxes for the kid.
Yes.
Can you only convert one at once?
Yeah.
I only have one machine for it,
So
and I have it upgraded to 2 machines because I haven't had the need to do that.
Could you do like 2 kids at once?
No, because there's a chance they might get stuck together. I mean, it's like melting your cells
Then they would
and
have 2 eyes.
reapplying
Then it's
them.
like having one.
Yes, but part of the point is reducing their brain power so that I can control
Why
them.
don't you just get like 10 people, mix them together, and then like cut them out into like different like globs so you have like a yellow mix, you know?
Because that would kill them.
Well, 9 of them. One of them will be totally used.
Okay, I guess. Can I do stealth to like, or should I just do coordination to take out this child once she's unattended?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Make a coordination stealth check.
Where do you get?
It's
Coordination
on
with
a,
stealth.
a school playground.
5.
5.
I could.
You get about halfway across the field towards the playground when somebody notices you. People start to scream. Teachers are running to get the kids inside. The kids are running inside. Make a super speed check to get to the kid before she gets in.
That'd be a 3.
Okay. You are able to get to her.
Not
Okay, I'll
good.
have you make them roll.
I mean, what about your antisocial stuff? Trying to go into this group.
I'm not trying to socially interact with them. I'm trying to kidnap them.
I want
you grab,
to
you grab the kid.
you.
And you see a teacher running up, holding whatever she could get her hands on. Probably
Clipboard?
Ruler?
Fire extinguisher.
fire extinguisher. I like fire extinguisher. And she, no, Lucy. And she starts trying to hit you with the fire extinguisher.
Can I react by using my new ability on her?
Fun
Yes,
fact.
you may.
Fun fact. Teachers are told to use the 3-hole punch. I'm not kidding. That is what they're told to
We're
do.
out on
But this
the
is
playground.
already
Go through
cool.
the-
All right.
This is already cool. All right.
Okay, so first off, she is going to get a hit towards you. So make a coordination powers check to dodge.
Coordination to dodge. That'll be a 9.
Okay, there is a lot of anger in this attack. There is no skill whatsoever. She is blindly swinging out of panic. It is beyond easy to dodge.
She's a hero right now.
Yeah.
More so than
Okay.
Blueborg.
I'm gonna
Oh,
grab
sorry.
her face and use my affliction ability.
Okay.
What?
Make a prowess check.
You're what?
It's a new thing that comes with my
You got
skill
some
bar.
new dark magic
Uh,
afflictions from
2.
being destroyed by dark magic. 2. You are able to grab her, and as your dark magic poison disease affliction thing surges into her, she collapses.
Oh my god.
You can see the skin on her face where you grabbed her is starting to bubble and gelatinize.
Oh, it's so gross.
Basically turning it into something like yours. It's not making her immune like yours. You can, I think I said you can spend a determination once per day to do that if you wanted to do so.
You know what? I'd like to do that
Okay.
It's not like your family though. I can make an extra.
because I am motivated to infect a lot of people eventually.
A few moments later,
There's a specific 6 I keep for my family.
it has spread through her body and she has completely gelatinized into one of your globulins. And it is easy at this point for you to grab Lucy, or Maggie 3.0, if you will,
Poor Maggie.
and begin to
I'm not bringing Maggie into
take her out of her, take her out of here. Go ahead and make a die of fate roll.
1.
When you get to the edge of the playground, 2 police cars have pulled up.
That's like really quick response time.
I know.
Well, it's near elementary school.
All right, I will command the new teacher goblin to fight them off while I make my escape.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
A bunch of really, really bad people.
I'm supposed to be bad though.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
As you get, do you leave her instructions to like fight until you get out of there and then leave herself, or just fight them until?
Basically, fight them and do what she wants from there,
Okay.
or at least distract them, and then once I get away, she basically maintains her free will. I don't want to control this one actively.
Okay. I'm gonna make another die of fate check.
Would it like tinge her to make her like sort of
6.
evil?
Little bit, yeah. Okay. After you are gone, she manages to slip away and escape from the police. One of the police ends up dead from this. Another one is badly injured. She was injured herself, but managed to escape.
I think she had that fire hydrant.
Does this hit the news?
Yeah, I'm actually going
I
to
thought so.
call us now because everyone's kind of done their stuff, and I have a lot of reworking stuff to do because we have
A lot of crap
a
happened.
new mask and a villain and stuff to deal with.
Broken bones. You got shot.
Yeah, broken bones. I have new bones.
You've been hurt so many times by me.
You should make
Yeah.
yourself scar
And
tissue.
himself
I
now.
would like you to add Blueborg as your nemesis.
Oh, yeah.
You don't
Already,
have to add him, but I think we
already-
did that before.
yeah,
But definitely at this point.
Is it Spectre RE or ER?
ER. He already has it specifically for the pyromask.
Yeah.
Is it specific to the pyromask
No,
or
at
for
this
all
point, this is for
personalities?
everyone. He has screwed you over in every
You
form, one way or
remember
another.
when you had your mask off and I
This is one thing.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
This is one thing that carries through your mask is your hatred of this guy.
Oh.
It's just innate. So even if you have like a Hello Kitty mask, you hate this guy.
You should totally get one of those. It'd be amazing to like see what happens.
I think you should get a 5 Nights at Freddy mask or something.
At this point, I'm going to eventually need a lined sheet of paper for aspects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for having a complete change of character, for your character finally going villain, gain a point of starting determination. For
4
fighting
hours.
your teammate to keep him from going villain, gain a point of starting determination. For all the shit you had to go through, gain a point of starting determination. For successfully not only causing distraction, but also continuing your own personal mission to rebuild your father's collection, gain a point of starting determination. for getting both your wife and Maggie 3.0, as well as converting a third person game from starting determination.
Did the Shadow
And-
Council win?
Hmm?
Like, did the Shadow Council?
We may learn about that next time.
Yeah,
perhaps.
that'll be coming up next time.
Hopefully, we provided enough distractions.
Thank you guys all for showing up and playing. Thank you guys all for showing up and watching. I had a lot of fun tonight. A lot of
Yeah.
twists and turns that I was not fully expecting. Again, we will not be having an Icons live streaming next Friday or the Friday after that due to Thanksgiving break at our workshop. At 7:30, we will hopefully be live streaming the workshops. You can still watch us next Friday, but it won't be Icons. Thank you all and have a good night.